That sounds absolutely fabulous. Anyway, my name is Ace Enders, and I'm very glad to be here for this. So I'm gonna play some songs. We're gonna get down. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna party. It's gonna be like prom night. We'll never forget. It's gonna be good. We may make some mistakes. We may, I don't know. Things will happen though. Anyway. I'm Ace Enders. I'm from New Jersey, part of Ace Enders and a Million Different People. I was in a band called The Early November, and I Can Make a Mess for a long time, and been doing this for about 2 years. Pretty psyched about it. When I was growing up, like, my stepfather was in a bunch of like bar bands and whatnot, or locally around our town, so they would play like the latest rock stuff that came out, and you know, always the classics as well. Like, I was always into like the Rolling Stones and Pearl Jam and like stuff like that, and you know, just big rock stuff, I guess, back then. But you know, then I got into like Jimmy Eat World and stuff, and it became, I guess, what I am now. So.
Anyway, I'm giving up. I guess I should have known that there's really no control. Through the lights, the morning's bright. Plus the sun, the fog is mine. Oh, mine. And now I'm and another lesson to learn. I'm on another message. I guess I should have saw, but now my tongue is tangled in teeth of chalk. I'm tired of running around the same old call.
I don't remember a song particularly, but I remember the album Pearl Jam Yield was a big influence for me. I guess the record just sort of hit me at a time. I was like 14 years old, 15, yeah, like 14 or 15, and that's where what really, you know, got me wanting to do this full time. So, music means to me, let's see, a few words. It just basically means. I'm trying to think of a simple way to say it, because like music to me is like something that's so important. It's like, it's art, but it's like art that's all around us, and it's very important because it's something that can change people's lives and, you know, make people's days better, and, you know, just take people away from hard times when they're in them. So it's a very important thing to me. I'd have to say, like, you know, a few words. I don't think I could, you know, narrow it down to a few words, but I definitely, you know, yeah, I blew that one, but that's all right. You get what I'm saying? I'd say my success, that how would I measure it, or to myself, I would say, like, is the number of people that you've been able to help. You know, it's like so many people, like, if I rely on like numbers or sales to judge my success or gauge it, like, I'm always going to be disappointed, you know, just because it's like you want to be big, you want all this stuff, but when you get around that, like, the important thing is just what people take away from it. And if people, you know, can get something positive from it, and, you know, I don't know, it helped them through a rough time, that's the most success for me. Like, there's so many days out of the week when I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe how difficult this is, and I'm not sure, you know, why I'm still doing it. But then it's when those people that come up to you and are like, I listened to this song and it really helped me through a tough time. It's like, I know why I do this, you know, and that's sort of what I would use as a gauge, you know, not how you sell records or how much money you make or what your house is like. Like, to be honest, I can't even afford to, you know, pave my driveway. So I'm like, you know, it's just, what gets me by is just people, and if they're excited or they're, you know, they could use the music as something to help them, that's the, you know, the product that I'm trying to push, is just helping people get by.
When you're in love, when you're in love, when you're in love, when you're in love, you got to go with the motion.
music business is like, it's great because when things are going great, it treats you great and people treat you like gold. But when things aren't good, nobody cares about you, and you feel it. You know, when you're a struggling band, you play, you know, a show every day for 2 months, 3 months, you're on tour, and like, you know, you struggle every day. If you're not hitting at that moment, you know, you're like every other band, you're trying to get by. And that's one of the things that I think in the music business that people don't understand, like, and don't see, is like, there's people every day who are doing this for a living and, you know, trying to scrape by on merch money, or trying to scrape by on $100 a night, or just a few $100s, and trying to, you know, it costs that much in gas to get from one city to the next. So it's like, that's probably the worst thing about the music business, is just like, when you're not one of those bands that's, you know, in the now, you're struggling, you know. So that's something I think that, you know, that people don't see every day. I would say if you want to form a band, you know, like, what I try and do is just not worry about that stuff. And like, I'm one of those struggling bands every day. I've been touring for a year without, you know, barely any support at all, you know, just what I get at shows. And it's like, I like I said, like, there's so many times when you're in a band and you feel like you can't keep going, but the thing is, the thing that keeps you going is helping people and seeing that. So the way to do that the best and the most sincere way is just, if you're in a young band, or you want to get signed, or you want to start a band, like, just be yourself. Don't try and be anything that you're not, you know. Always keep true to music, because it's it could be like the purest, you know, it's such a great art form that people have to be around every single day of their lives. There's nowhere you go and you don't hear music, you know. You go in a store, you hear music. You're sitting down for dinner, there's music. It's everywhere. So it's like, just be yourself, and don't try and be something else to get ahead, because you'll only make it, you know, you'll only end up being in and out that way. You know, just be in it for the long haul and do it for the right reasons. And it'll be hard. It'll be really hard that way, but it's worth it. What I say to my fans, thank you very much for everything, for letting me do this for so long, you know, and giving me support throughout the years, and continued support. I just want to say thank you, you know.
The only thing I have left by my side is the lonely will to fight. When you lost for the sign, you said I would look, and there you would find. When you lost for the sign, where have you gone? When you lost for the sign, you said I would look, and there you will find. When you look